Hey y'all, I'm so glad that you came tonight. My name is Tracy Hayes and I'm Donna's sponsor in Rodan & Fields, and what that means is I was the one who recruited her into the business, and Donna and I have been friends for about 8 or 9 years. We used to work together. The next thing I want to tell you is I want to apologize for my appearance. It's about 7 o'clock on Tuesday evening. I'm just getting home from work later than I was supposed to. But I decided that my appearance might help nail home a little bit of my story for you. I started with my Rodan & Fields journey just a few months ago in March of 2015. Actually, backtrack a little bit before that. I became a customer of Rodan & Fields in August of 2014. One of my very best friends, Allison Cannon, who I hope you get to meet if she's not there tonight. She is my sponsor and introduced me to, first of all, the products, which I was on board with immediately. I immediately became a preferred customer because I knew what she said about Rodan & Fields worked with skincare. I've been a skincare fan for a long time. My mother taught me the importance of great skincare. She wouldn't let me put any makeup on my face until I learned how to take care of my skin well and to use a skincare regimen. So when Allison told me how Rodan & Fields works, I was immediately on board, and I became an Unblemish user. If you haven't heard about the regimens, you will. Unblemish is for acne. I'm a middle-aged woman now and still suffer from acne. I have a little bit on my face now, but my skin is light years away from what it used to be. I always had to sacrifice either having my acne taken care of or having really soft skin. And Rodan & Fields, I have both, which is amazing, and I love it dearly. Rodan & Fields works the way skincare is recommended to work. It cleanses, it tones, it exfoliates, it moisturizes, and it treats. Those are excellent steps. Any skincare you use should incorporate those steps. And Rodan & Fields does that in addition to also having multi-med therapy, since it's created by dermatologists. So all the products do what they say. If you have any doubt about that, I can alleviate that doubt for you. The products are the best on the planet. They really are. And I have used a lot of them out there. The Unblemished is my favorite. I also, I'm not going to go anywhere without my Redefine eye cream. Actually, almost every product is my favorite, but you won't be disappointed with any of them. When Allison kept presenting the business opportunity to me, I kept saying no thanks. I wasn't interested. At least I kept telling her I wasn't interested at the time. I had done direct sales before with another skincare company that you would all know, and almost everybody I know has either used it or sold it before, and just became very disillusioned with that company. I ended up leaving the company after a couple of years, just a little bit disappointed in it. And so I felt like Allison would become disappointed too. I just didn't see how direct sales would work. There was only a few at the very top that actually made money. So I just kept saying, no thanks, not right now. But Allison kept doing what we do, and that is presenting the opportunity to me. And I just kept saying no. What I didn't tell Allison was, in the back of my mind, I realized that sooner or later it was all going to fall apart for her, and she would become disillusioned as well with direct sales, and I would be the good friend and be there to give her moral support when everything crashed and burned. Well, the opposite happened. Allison's business began to snowball after about a year, which was about this February, and she has taken off, and she is a school teacher, and she's now matching her teaching salary with Rodan & Fields, and is soon going to retire from teaching. It's just something she never thought was possible. Allison and I bonded over infertility, and we are both adoptive moms, and Allison has twins and just wants to be at home. And that was one of my big dreams, is to one day be at home with my son. If Donna hasn't shared with you what a why is, my son is my why. He's the reason I get out of bed every day. He's the reason I keep going when I don't really want to keep going. The past few years have been very difficult for me. What I didn't share was I'm a single mother, and when Allison kept sharing the opportunity with me, I said, there's no way I have time. I have so much on my plate, working full-time, being a mother full-time. There's no way that this is going to work. But my son is the reason that I keep on going, and I need extra money. It's expensive to live in this world, and I've made the choice to put my son in Christian school. That costs a lot of money. The income, child support from his father is sketchy at best. I may or may not get it. And I knew I needed to make extra money, but I knew I couldn't do that in nursing. That, if Donna could tell you, that requires working crazy shifts, might have to take some call. I definitely couldn't do that. Plus adding childcare expenses into everything else. So I was intrigued by Rodan and Fields, but just very nervous and very cynical and just kept saying no. Well, then March 11th happened for me this year. I was fired from my job as a nurse, the job that I shared with Donna. And that was really pretty close to rock bottom for me over the past few years. I've been working since I was 14 years old, so way over 30 years. I'd never been fired from a job. I'd always been a very valued employee. I've always worked very hard. I do have my downfalls, but I just was totally floored by losing my job. It's not something I expected ever to happen. Won't go into the details of that, but just really disappointed in the fact that it feels to me that I was discarded after all my hard work. Had been there for 11 years at that current job, given a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and I just felt like none of that mattered. And if you've ever known anybody who's been fired, if you've ever been fired yourself, it's a very difficult experience. It's a very dark place to be. And as a single parent, it was honestly very panicky. Very panicky time for me. Well, I ended up calling Allison. I think I got fired on March 11th, and I think I called her on March 14th. And I joined Rodan and Fields either that day or the next day. And my excuse for not having any time was all of a sudden gone. And I needed income fast. I actually got a nursing job, as you can probably tell, pretty quickly. Within a couple weeks, I was rehired at another hospital. And I actually do like that job. It's still crazy shifts. Not getting home on time, overworked, overstressed, all those good things. So I still am trying to find creative ways. I still need creative ways to make money. Rodan and Fields has done all that and more. It is so awesome. I joined in March. In June, I got my first paycheck. The end of May, I got my first paycheck with Rodan and Fields, and my paychecks have doubled ever since then, which is amazing in direct sales. It just doesn't happen. Excitement is so contagious with Rodan and Fields. Our support is just unparalleled, I think. We have training calls. I listen to those on my commute to and from work. We have just an extensive amount of support all across the country that is available at our fingertips. It's a phone call away. Any question any of us ever has is answered in minutes, literally. I am so excited I got to share my story with you, and I hope something resonates with you. My why, being a mom and wanting the best for my son and having more time with him, and also just the value that Rodan and Fields gives me. I have never worked for a single company. I've worked a lot of places, but I have never worked anywhere that has valued me and my skills and my just affirms who I am instead of tearing me down. I think everywhere I've ever worked, I always pointed out my negatives, and Rodan and Fields shows me my positives and helps me thrive in those, and it's great. I have never had such encouragement and support in a company ever, and to not be working with them side by side every day, to have that amount of support and love and encouragement is really amazing. Well, thanks again. I hope something resonates with you. I hope you jump on board with our team. Donna can share with you some incentives. I want to share with you this much. I'm giving some cash bonuses, people. Please give our products a try and give the business opportunity a try. You will not be disappointed, and the only way you can prove it is to try. Well, have a good night. Give Donna a hug for me, and I hope to see you in person soon. Thanks, y'all.